Hello everybody. Let's learn something together today, shall we? So, I bought a couple new toys, I guess. I bought this Yangnuo YN622C transmitter. It's a little digital transmitter, ETTL, so that I could communicate with my wireless flash right there, which is the Yongnuo 568 Mark II, which is a high-speed sync flash unit. Also bought this Yangnuo 622C, which is a wireless trigger transceiver. So if I had two of these, which I do, I could use them as transmitters and receivers. But I went ahead and bought this digital display so that I could see what was going on and make changes to the system. So let's get started. I'm going to assemble these things together. Couple things about this Yongnuo flash that I don't like, and that's the fact that it feels really cheap. It is a cheap flash, so I can't really complain about that, but compared to some other Yongnuo products, the 560 Mark III has a better, more professional feel to it. The buttons are nicer, and then it's got more options. This Yongnuo 568 doesn't even have a standard PC sync cord, industry standard cord. It has this little bitty headphone jack right there, which is very disappointing. Also, this flash unit does not have a battery pack spot, so I can't plug a battery pack into it. For example, this is the Yongnuo 560 Mark III, and it has an industry standard PC sync cord, and it has a battery pack socket, so I can plug my battery pack into it and not have to worry about AA batteries going dead and changing them out, them getting overheated if I'm shooting a lot. So sadly, that 568 high-speed sync does not have that. So anyways, moving on. The other thing I don't like about this is this neck right here. I'm trying to lock this on, and it doesn't matter if I'm on my camera from here. The darn thing is too tight right here. My fingers can't get in there to grip this thing, so I literally have to do it from the edge right here and spin it. And once you lock it down, it's not happy to come off. It wants to stay on. So anyways, once you get it on and you lock this guy down, it doesn't want to come off very easily. So just be cautious. Just be cautious. So anyways, I'm going to turn this on. It's on. It's in ETTL mode, and it's a zoom. I'm going to go through the high-speed sync and the first and second curtain. Anyways, I don't really need it in high-speed sync right now. But go through the modes: manual mode, multiple mode, or ETTL mode. Right now I'm just going to put it into manual mode. I'm going to turn on this trigger transceiver. Right now it's set to on A, channel 1. I'll hit that button right there. It'll indicate that which channels I'm on. You can go through them. There's a series. It's a smart transceiver. So there's a series, channels 1, 2, and 3 in group A, B, and C. So right now I've got it in your basic group A, channel 1. I got it in manual mode, it's a trigger. So next up is this trigger right here, this transmitter, this digital transmitter. So right now I've got it in group 1, manual mode, and I've got the zoom on auto setting. But if you'll notice, when I change these two channels, I want to change the channels here in manual mode, that my SB, or not my SB, sorry, my Yongnuo flash unit also changes. So if I've got this thing set up remotely somewhere and I'm shooting something and I think it's too hot, too bright, I can just make these adjustments right here, and we're good to go. And this is set to auto zoom. So let's watch that function real fast. Let's see here. Go ahead and put this on the camera. Again, if I lock this down, this has a better lock wheel on it than that Yangnuo 568 does. So the camera's on. what I want to see is my zoom change. And if y'all notice, when I turned my camera on, that went from 105 to 24. So let me sit here and change my zoom on my camera and show y'all the zoom on the thing. So I zoomed out, but I need to activate it. So I'll hit my button, and you'll notice I went to 105. The lens I have on there is a 24-105. So if I zoom back down, I'm manually zooming, but it's not going to register until I half click my focus or hit my focus button on the back. Once I do that, it registers. So again, if I think it's too hot, it's going to change my output. That's full 1.1, it's fully hot, so bright as it's going to get. Then I can go all the way down to 1/28, which is the minimum amount that it'll do. So that's in total manual mode with this controller. If I change the mode to multiple mode instead of manual mode, you'll see it becomes one little trick is there. So multiple mode, if I want to control it in multiple mode, oops, I gotta change it on my camera. So go on my external light, flash control, functions. Instead of grouping, I'm going to go to multiple mode. See, it's a multiple mode. The one thing you'll notice is the output. I can only go down to 1/8, where a minute ago in manual mode I could go to 1/2/8 output. So unfortunately I can't go down anymore. I'm stuck at that 1/8 output. But put it back in manual mode and you can go down as far as you want. So, oh, look what just happened, y'all. This guy froze up. This is brand new. I've only had it 2 days, and as I just went through the functions, it froze up. It won't even shoot. It won't trigger. So that's not good. It's not good at all. I'm gonna have to off it and see what happens. What? Looky there. It won't even turn off. Why will it not even turn off? Let's try this. So this is the Yangnuo 568, brand spanking new, and it just froze up. Remember what I said a minute ago? It's hard to get this off. I'm having to use 2 hands to get this done, to unscrew right now. Gonna do a little bit of troubleshooting. I'm gonna take this trigger off, see if it activates. Nope, it won't turn off. So I'm gonna hold this on and off button down, see what happens. Nope, won't turn off. Won't zoom, won't do anything. And that happened when I changed it. So now I'm gonna have to off it by turning out the batteries or opening the battery compartment. So here we go. Let's turn it back on, see what happens. Turn it back on. It's in ETTL mode. Put this back on. Tighten it up. Or they would say tighten it down. Turn the trigger system back on. Okay. So I'm going to turn my camera back on to my remote settings output. I'm going to go back to multiple mode. So I'm in multiple mode right now, and that should change. So right now it went down to 1/28. It just proved me wrong, actually. Okay, so 1/4 to 1/28 output is all it's going to go to. I knew there was some kind of trick. It wouldn't do its full potential. But anyways, I'm going to change modes. Go back to manual mode. So on my wireless trigger, I'm going to go back into manual mode. I can change it all the way to 1/1 and take it up to 1/28. There we go. Let's see if it freezes up again. I'm going to go into my camera's external speed light control settings. I'm going to go down to my flash function settings, and it's currently in group mode because this is talking to this. And now I'm going to go into multiple mode. So my top, everything went into multiple mode. My wireless went into multiple mode. My trigger, my speed light, everything went into multiple mode. So 1/4 up to 1/28. Alright, good to go. But I'm glad you guys got to see it freeze up. See it automatically doing it now. In multiple mode, your zoom will register as you go through the thing, just like TTL mode or ETTL mode. Anyways.